Welcome to Lee Does Stuff. Today we will be doing an oil change on a 5.4 liter Ford Triton engine. Let's pop the hood and let's get going. Let's make sure our emergency brake is on while we do this oil change. On these oil changes, it can be hard to remember what socket to use on drain plugs and bolts. So where the arrows are here, I like using paper towel and I stick it in the bolt or the nut or the socket that I will be using, and it helps me remember and just saves a lot of time. We now have our drain pan in place and we are ready to loosen the nut. Sometimes these drain plugs can be a little tight, but with the right leverage it'll come loose. And we're going lefty-loosey, as they say. Get the drain plug loose enough so that you can finish off the job with your fingers. You see, at this point I have it just loose enough. The oil's starting to run down and now I'm using my fingers. I should probably have a glove on that hand, but filming while trying to do an oil change is not easy. Inspect the drain plug. You don't want any metal filings or shavings or anything like that. Inspect the oil cap. Make sure there's no sludge in there, no buildup. If there is, that's an indication that you probably went too long between oil changes or you have something else going on in your engine. I'm working on getting the air intake off, and this will help me access the oil filter a lot easier than from below. Getting to the oil filter below is not hard, but loosening it can be a very big problem. So I like to take the air take off, and then as we can see, we can access this oil filter from the top. The oil filter wrench is held like a number 6, and that will loosen the filter once you get it over it. So we're just going to slowly go down here, work your way down, cinch it up, and then start loosening it. All you have to do is loosen the oil filter to the point where you can get your hands on it. And we've waited about 20 minutes, and as you can see, there's no more oil coming out of the drain plug hole. So we're going to hand tighten it first. You don't want to cross thread it, so make sure that it's going in properly. And now we get our ratchet on it. And you just want to go a quarter turn past tight. You don't want to go too tight. So to access the filter from below, you see we just went past that right tow hook, and there it is. Now I've loosened it from the top already, remember. You want to bring your oil pan under the oil filter. And let's loosen off the oil filter with our hand, pull it out, keep it upright. There will be some oil remnants left in it. Let's put the old filter aside and deal with the new filter. What we want to do is get that gasket lubed up with fresh oil. You're going to get a better seal if you do this. A lot of people will prime the filter. I don't prime the filter because, when you put it on and you start putting your new oil in, it's going to prime automatically. If you didn't have your filter in there and you start pouring your oil, it's going to go all over the place without the oil filter in there. So the oil filter will fill up once you start adding oil. Let's get our air intake lined up, and once we get it lined up, you want to get it to the hole and push and snap. Now there's only one bolt, a 10mm bolt. We're going to tighten it up. Now we have the air intake tight. The drain plug bolt is tight. We have our oil filter snug, hand tightened. It's time to add the oil. This engine calls for 520 weight, but I use 530 weight because there's a lot of forums on this Triton engine that say that 520 weight oil is just too light of an oil for this engine. And I have actually found that the 520 weight oil does make the engine sound a little bit louder than the 530. So now that the oil's added, we start up the truck. A lot of people will rev it up. I don't. I just let it run for a minute or so. Let's do our final inspection. We got everything buttoned up, shut the hood, and oil change completed. And you'll notice that number 2 at the bottom of the sticker. That tells me that I will have to do a tire rotation. So I rotate the tires every 2 oil changes. When you remove the sticker, it's nice to give the windshield a good overhaul. Let's notice our kilometers there. And what we're going to do is we're going to add 5,000 kilometers to that, 3,000 miles, and that'll tell us when our next oil change is due.